So today we are doing the front shocks on my 96 Chevy C1500. You've already missed when I took the wheel off and jacked it up. So you would need your jack stand and your jack to get it up off the ground. I took the wheel off as well. Next stage is to take off, if you have this guard, I guess it's called a dust guard or just a protector. I'm not really sure what it's called, the technical name for it, but you just need a simple fork for plastic easy snap fits. Back to where we are, I've already taken the lower bolts out. For me, I just needed, I believe, a 15mm to take the stock off. You can see the holes where they were. Now with those, you want to be very careful. You're going to need a lot of this. WD-40 doesn't really work because it's more like a, I don't know, it's just a lower grade rust remover, I guess, penetrating catalyst. This blaster stuff is like A1. It's really good. So you want to use that a ton. You want to spray the crap out of these nuts here and on the two on the bottom. The two on the bottom, I will say, they are really likely to break off. So you want to go really slow and hit the bottom of them every single time that you take it a full cycle around, for a full cycle turn. As far as the top, you're going to have to get like a crescent wrench or a 1/4 inch wrench and hold the top of this shock. It's got a place where you can actually hold it. It's not going to slip or anything like that. And I've actually got mine set up to where when I do turn, it's hitting the cab, so it's not going anywhere. I don't have to hold this at the same time as turning this other wrench. So yeah, you can use an opening wrench. I did on the right side, but the driver's side, there's just no room to get in there with it. And it was actually so tight. Actually, the right side, the passenger side, was already really loose for some reason. It was like finger tight loose, so it wasn't actually hard at all to get off. This one I've had a lot more trouble with. I've been fighting with it for a while. So that's basically what you want to do. You're going to need probably a crescent wrench on the driver's side, and that way the bottom doesn't move while you're taking this nut off. So you're just going to have to keep playing with it and fighting with it. I literally can only turn it like a quarter of the way, and I have to flip the opening wrench over, put it back on, turn it again. You're just going to keep doing this until you can get the nut off. And I actually had to take this bracket off. So this is just like a one simple screw. It was a 13mm. Just holds this electrical cording out of the way. And so I had to take that off so I can get my opening wrench in there a lot easier and turn it further. And you can take that off with a ratchet. I could fit a 3/8 ratchet in there to take it off. Ideally, you'd have a ratcheting. Ideally you'd have a ratcheting closed wrench. Like these combination wrenches, they make them to where this closed end, it ratchets, which is really awesome because you could fit it down over, then put your crescent wrench on top. But I don't have that, so I've got to do 1/4 turn at a time.
Need something shorter.
No, this is perfect. I can get my head on here.
No, then shorter than a bucket sitting on in the correct position.
Yeah.
Because you're ruining my bucket.
You have a million buckets. Not yet.
But I'm thinking it's up to you. You could get by without it if you wanted to drill a hole big enough. The new bolt just goes right through.
So here is the new shock. It's a rough country part. they're really good shocks. They're $50 a piece, just about. I bought mine with a suspension kit, which is a 4-lift, which is what this truck is a project of. So you're just gonna put it through the control arm. Make sure you take off that metal twist tie before you actually insert it. I was just demonstrating on how it's going to go in. If you leave it on, it's gonna cause issues later down the road. So I've got those in now. I'm tightening them. You guys are probably wondering what in the world I am going to be doing in this video clip, but basically what happened was, as I was explaining in the beginning of the video, there's a potential for the bolts to break off within the control arm, and that is exactly what happened to me. Even though I was loosening them 1/4 of a way turn and then retightening it to make sure those threads stayed together and it stayed well and didn't break off within the control arm, even though I was hitting on the end of the bolt with a hammer gently every single time that I started to unloosen it a little more, it still broke off. So if you're going to do your shocks, make sure that you have a spare vehicle, because this is going to be very time consuming if you end up going through what I had to go through. What I'm doing in this clip is trying to feed in a nut on top of the new screws that we ended up having to, bolts we ended up having to use. But that obviously didn't end up working out, so what we had to do was rethread those welded on square nuts that you see in the picture. That was also very time consuming, and it was a big nuisance in this project of mine. But we got it done. It was just a big pain in the butt. You're about to see in the next video us trying to cut these bolts out, the old ones. These ones that you see in this video are actually the new bolts, but you'll see us cutting off the old bolts with a sawzall in the next video.